Hi, sorry. I know I said I would do a video every day, but circumstances and sickness and well, all that groovy stuff has been happening. Um, this video is being done of my own accord. It's not scripted. I'm not being paid for it, and I'm not trying to kiss anybody's ass. I've just had a few accusations, the third one coming in a couple of days ago, that the only reason I am into quote unquote animal welfare is because of Victoria Stilwell, when actually the truth is the opposite, which is um, I admire Victoria because I have been um, interested in animal welfare and a very passionate volunteer for shelters and so on. I started volunteering for shelters years before I even knew who she was. And anybody that's known me, really knows me, is aware of that fact. They're aware that I've been working shelters since I lived in Vegas when I was in my 20s, which was quite a few years ago, before Victoria herself was even a name on Animal Planet, many years before that. I can't deny that she has opened doors for me to get more education regarding puppy mills, breed-specific legislation, and dog bite prevention. But no, she didn't have anything to do with me wanting to volunteer to help out animals in shelters and pounds. And the White Pine Pet Posse, which I'm a member of, which I have another video about, I'm able to be more involved with that than any other shelter because Ely, where I live right now, has less than 5,000 people. We only have one shelter, one animal control officer, and it's easier to be more involved with, a smaller shelter than it is to try and spread yourself out in a place like, Vegas, which has over 2 million people and several shelters. Although, like I said, I did volunteer at a couple of those when I lived there. I volunteered at a shelter when I lived in Los Angeles. I volunteered at a shelter when I lived in Oregon. And those two places, Oregon mostly. When I lived in Oregon, I didn't know who Victoria was. So most of my volunteer work has been done previous to my knowledge of Victoria Stilwell. However, I do greatly admire her for the work that she's done. She's a huge advocate for positive, reinforcement training, which most people know. And which she also, brought to light with me. I learned more about positive reinforcement training from her. Although I never used, dominant training or forceful training with any dogs or cats that I actually worked with previously. One of those dogs happened to be an ex-fighter. It was a pit bull and was used in dog fighting, and I helped, retrain that dog, and it got a really good home. Anyway, so I wanted to say thank you to her for introducing me to, positive reinforcement and all the other things, and also for guiding me towards other positive trainers whom I've become, aware of and social networking friends with. Most of them are on my friends list on Facebook, and I do communicate with them, and I learn from them just as much as I learn from her. I'm lucky enough to be able to call Victoria a friend now. We have communicated quite a bit online. I'm looking forward to the day we can finally meet face to face. She's an amazing, kind, intelligent, funny, passionate person, and even if it were true that I started my volunteer work because of her, that's not a bad thing. I mean, I'd rather follow in the footsteps of somebody who's extremely positive and passionate about what she does than somebody who is negative and, switches up their beliefs every day. We follow modern behavioral science when it comes to training, and it's humane, which you can't say anything bad about, and it's just, it's just a better way to train your dog. To get more information about Victoria, I'm going to drop some links in the description. Again, I'm not getting paid for this. This is something I decided to do on my own. And as up to now, she doesn't even know I'm doing it. Although I'll probably link her to it when I'm done. What you're looking at now is the Twitter that I run for her fans. I personally don't consider myself a fan. I don't like the word to describe how I feel about her. She's, like I said, she's a friend. I'm not a fan. And, I adore her. I think she's just the sweetest person. So learn more about dog training and what's humane. I know that most dog owners would rather be humane to their dogs than to treat them badly. So like I said, I'll leave the links to her social networking sites down below, and you can educate yourself some more. And hopefully this puts to bed the accusations that I've gotten regarding, why I started admiring her after I had already been very active in animal welfare. All right, have a great day, and I will try to put another video up tomorrow. No promises, but I'll try. Peace.